Good afternoon, everyone. So, in this video, we are going to discuss about system drives and actuators in the additive manufacturing subject. So, it comes in the module 2. Okay. So, here first we are going to discuss about actuators. So, before going to see about the actuators, first we should have to know about what is pump and what is accumulator. So, if you know those things, then only you can easily understand about the actuator. So, actually, the pump is a device which can be transfers the fluid from low level into low head to the high head. So for that purpose it is used. And also one more way you can define the pump. A pump is a device which can be uh, convert the mechanical energy into the hydraulic energy. That means, so due to the movement of the mechanical devices, it can creates the vacuum over in that casing or in the chamber. So due to that, the section vacuum it will be creates. So that vacuum it going to suck the whatever fluid it will be nearby. So it will be going via the teeth and other thing. I automatically what happens, it pressurized and it goes into the high pressure fluid over that pump. Okay, so for that the pump is used over there. Okay, then comes into the accumulator. So accumulator is a device which can be stores the energy. So for that purpose the accumulator has to be used over here. Suppose some excess of energy, the pump is going to send over that. So that energy high pressure it can be stored over in the accumulator. After some time it may be used for that various purpose. Suppose the system pressure it will be reduced, so those time it can be utilized. So hydraulic accumulator is a device that stores the potential energy of an incompressible fluid held under pressure of an external source. So stored potential energy in the accumulator is a quick secondary source of a fluid power capable of doing some useful work. The same thing. So whenever we require, it can be used for the secondary energy over there. So for that this accumulator is used. Now we can come into the actuator. So actuator, the function is the opposite to the this one, pump. So the pump it converts the mechanical energy into the hydraulic energy, but come into the actuator it converts the hydraulic energy into the mechanical energy. So with the help of the hydraulic energy, high pressure energy comes over here, it going to actuate or rotate the gears and other thing, or it tries to move the piston. So from that the various work it can be going to be held over here. Okay, so this is called as function of the actuators. So normally actuator is to convert the uh, hydraulic energy into the mechanical energy. So that mechanical energy is, you can utilize or you can do the some various actions over there. Okay, so this is about the actuators. Then comes into the actuator, it can classified into two types. One is the linear actuator, another one is the rotary actuator. So normally we people know that linear actuator, it will move the piston. That means the moment it will be takes place to and fro motion. But in the hydraulic rotary actuator, it will becomes as a the gear teeth or vans at the movement or piston movement. So these are all the things it will be takes place in the rotary actuator. So normally the linear actuator is called it as actuator. Rotary actuator is called it as motor, hydraulic motor. Common name you can call it like this. So this is about the linear and rotary actuator. So here first we are going to discuss about the linear actuator. So the linear actuator, already I told you, it has the to and fro motion. So here the piston it will be moved from left to right, right to left to right we can call it as a forward motion, right to left we can call it as a retract motion. Here the hydraulic cylinder extend retract piston rod provide the push or pull force to drive the external load along the straight line path. So this is about the linear actuator. Then comes into the rotary actuator. It continuous angular movement achieved by the rotary actuator, that is called as hydraulic motor. Suppose the hydraulic energy pressurized fluid it comes and enter into the casing, it will be keep on entering that the pressure it will be increases, the pressure it will be acts on the gear teeth. So keep on the fluid is coming over here, it start to rotate the force will be acting on the gear teeth, so it start to rotate. So from that spindle we are going to perform the various work. Okay, so like this manner the work continuously it will be takes place over here. So that's what the continuous angular moment is achieved by a rotary actuator, is called it as hydraulic motor. Okay, so the hydraulic cylinders are the following types, that is the single acting cylinder, double acting cylinder, double rod cylinders, tandem cylinders, telescopic cylinders, cushionic cylinder. So now we are going to discuss one by one. First we are going to discuss about the single acting cylinder. So in the single acting cylinder, the inlet and outlet port it will be acting on the same path. So once the fluid it will be enters over here, the pressure it reaches the setting pressure, and the setting pressure is fixed over in the spring. So once it will be reaches the setting pressure, it tries to push the rod over towards to the right side. So once the rod is uh, push over towards to the right side at maximum end. So normally we can change the direction control valve. So automatically what happens, the pressure will be reduced over in the fluid side, so that automatically the setting spring force it will be going to act on the this fluid, so that what happens, the piston it will be retract over here. So while retracting, whichever the fluid it will be placed over here, that it will be escapes via the inlet port. Okay, so via the same port it will be going to come out, and it goes and stores over in the reservoir. So this is called it as single acting cylinder. So in the single acting cylinder, from left to right movement is called it as forward motion, right to left movement is called it as retract motion. Okay, this is about the single acting cylinder. Then comes into the double acting cylinder. In the double acting cylinder, what happens, with the help of the direction control valve, the fluid flow it will be enters into the inlet port. The force it will be acting on the piston valves over here, so that it tries to push the piston towards left to right direction. So those time whatever the fluid it will be available here, that it will be goes via the return flow to the reservoir. So once it will be reaches the maximum end, when we can going to change the direction control valve, the flow is going to be enter over here. So once the flow it will be going to enter, the pressure is acting on this side of the cylinder, so it push the cylinder over towards to the right to left side. So whichever the fluid it will be placed over here via the this inlet port, it will be goes and stores over into the reservoir. So this process continuously it will be takes place. So from that attached with the rod, the particular work it will be going to be takes place over here. So this is about the double acting cylinder. Normally this double acting cylinder only they employed in the various big tasks over there. Okay, then comes into the tandem cylinder. In the tandem cylinder, in the single rod they are attaching with the two pistons. Okay, so in the single rod it will be attached to two pistons. It will be used for some heavy work Okay, so those time what happens, they are providing some two cabins. So one each cabin it having the pistons. So once the with the help of the direction control valve, the pressure energy it will be that means the fluid energy it will be goes and enter over here, it will be act on that the same time here, once this will be open, even here also it will going to be takes place, the pressure is acting on the piston walls. So what happens, it tries to push towards to the right side. Okay, so those time, in this chamber, whatever the fluid it will placed over there, that get drained over via this port. Here this will be going to be drained via this particular port. Okay, so it will be reaches the maximum one, we are going to stop, or particular place we want to stop, we can stop it. Then change the direction control valve, the fluid enters over in this port and pressure is acting on this particular valve over here. So same way it takes place over here. Then the piston moves from right to left side, so whatever the fluid it will be stores over here, that it come away from the this inlet port. Okay, so like this way, this tandem cylinder it will be works. So normally here some heavy works, heavy jobs, they may be used for this tandem cylinder. Okay, then comes into the cushionoid cylinder. The cushionoid cylinder, here some setting pressure is set over into the check valve. Once the flow it comes over here, it reaches the maximum pressure over here, setting pressure, then the valve will open, it will goes inside, then it will be act upon the this one piston. The piston it will be moves towards left to right. So once it will going to release that, the piston it will moves from right to left. What happened, that this way it will be acting as a only one way, so that the pressure it will be goes via in this manner, it goes into the this one reservoir. So like this, this cushionoid cylinder, it will be works. So then comes into the telescopic cylinder. So it will be normal like a aerial. Okay, aerial in the normal transistor in the cars they are keeping in the outside. No? So that it will be work. So once the fluid enter over here, first it will be go and reaches over here. So this particular portion it will be moved on the first. After it will be reaches over there, then again the pressure keep on coming over here, this particular cabin it will be moves towards up. So once that will be moved, keep on the fluid is coming, then again this cabin it will be moves like this. Each and every cylinder it tries to move up. So normal in the JCPs and the cranes and all, they are using as a this telescopic cylinder. So that arm it will be go move forward, no. So with the help of this telescopic cylinders only. So okay, once it will be keep on moves over here, we want to stop, means once the direction control will change it automatically due to the weight, the this things it will be comes into the this one reservoir. So like this way, this telescopic cylinder it will be works. So up to that we are discussed about the linear actuator. Remaining things we will see in the next video, that hydraulic motors, they are rotary actuator. Thank you.